All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Family Finance Friday with DJ the Money Coach. And this show is brought to you by the DJ the Money Coach team and the Seven Spheres of Money system. And before we get started, like, share, and subscribe and help us spread the message of the P.O.M lifestyle movement to the four corners of the earth. And what is the P.O.M lifestyle movement? That is plenty of money, peace of mind. And each and every Friday, we invite you to join us on the beaches of the world. And tonight's beach is March Madness to Wealth 2024. So happy Friday, DJ.
Happy Friday, everybody. As we always say, any day above ground with your health is a great day to be alive. So we wish everybody a thank goodness it is Friday and you're getting your weekend started. So we're happy to have you join us on this beautiful Friday night. It's a nice, beautiful sunny day. We still got sunlight out here where I am. Mid 70s degrees. Man, you can't ask for more. Only thing better is to be totally financially independent, baby. That's the only next best thing, to be consumer debt free, have a 6-figure passive income and a 7-figure net worth, and put the cherry on top of the sundae with an 800 credit score. And you know what? We're going to teach you how to get there if you are smart enough to plug in to a powerful once-in-a-lifetime P.O.M Lifestyle Virtual Summit 2024. That's right. So we just want to jump in and tell you a little bit more about what you can expect to learn in the summit. Well, today we want to talk about different types of insurance and different types of entity structure, which we'll go into thorough detail, explaining them step by step, which are the right vehicles, the right time, and the right place for you to utilize them in your life. Now, first and foremost, let's break down the 4 quarters of life. Okay? So the first 4 quarters of life works this way: from 0 to 25. Well, actually, I should say from 0 to 24. 0 to 24, 25 to 49, 50 to 74, and 75 to heaven. All right, let's put that up there, Nick. So the 4 quarters of life: 0 to 24, 25 to 49, 50 to 74, and 75 to heaven. So we go through these 4 quarters of life, and we have to have certain skills, certain tools, and certain resources in order to be successful. So again, it's 4 quarters of life. And the question is, what quarter of life are you in right now? Are you on the sunny side of life, or are you in the twilight? Okay, so the first quarter of life is 0 to 24. That's the time where you're getting your formal education, your vocational education. You're coming to find out who you are as a person, what your belief systems are, what your morals, what your ethics, what your desires, what your ambitions are. You're going through also what we call the struggle phase, because there's 3 financial phases in life. It's the struggle phase, the success phase, and if you're fortunate, you get to the significant phase. Okay, so in the first quarter of life, you're going to probably go through some form of struggle maturation. Okay, and it's not all a bad thing. It is basically a rite of passage. So in the first 24 years of life, you ought to have some basic fundamentals about finances. Now, if you are in the 3rd quarter of life, which I am, you probably were not taught the financial foundation or the pillars of financial success as you were going through the first quarter of your life. And you know why? Because at that time, in the 70s and the 80s, our parents were not financially literate unless your parent was a upper class business owner. 9 out of 10 times you receive no education pertaining to finances. Now, you might have gone to school to become an accountant, get a finance major, but at that point, you knew nothing about finances because your parents knew nothing about finances. However, if you happen to have been fortunate and your parents were, upper class executives or successful small business owner, entrepreneur back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, then you got a glimpse of what financial literacy was about, and you were one of the 1%ers. Now, most of us were not. So what we want to do is give you a jump start. So in the P.O.M Lifestyle Virtual Summit 2024, we're going to teach you the fundamentals to take you through the first 24 years of life and do it successfully. How are we going to do that? Well, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to talk to the youth. And this summit is for everybody, okay? I would highly encourage you, if you have teenagers, to get them plugged into the summit. And here's what we'll do. You enroll in the summit and you can have your teenagers attend absolutely free. That's right. You enroll in the summit and your teenagers can attend absolutely free because we have a financial education program that we put in play several years ago for children aged 7 to 12 and 12 to 18, which we call the All-Star Youth Program and the Young Program as well. And what we primarily do, ladies and gentlemen, in that first 7 years to 18, we teach them the basics about dividends, entrepreneurship, credit, and business. And then we teach them the fundamental concept called the 4 envelopes. And this is through your first quarter of life. So the first dollar that you earn, make, or receive from 0 to 24, you ought to put 50% of that in some type of investment account. Okay? So 50% of that first dollar in life, first quarter from 0 to 24, you should put 50% of every one of those dollars into some type of high yield money market account, some type of child Roth IRA, some type of UGMA, and that type of scenario. Okay. The second envelope is the investing account, and that's 30%. Okay. So if you take 30% of that dollar and you put it into an investment vehicle, that would look like a UGMA, a child's Roth IRA, or you as a successful parent investing that money for them on a quarterly, semi-annual, or annual basis into some type of acquisition that you've made, albeit business, albeit real estate. This is how you get your children ahead of the game. So the first envelope is 50% in saving. Second envelope is 30% investing. Okay. The third envelope is 10% tithe. So you got 50% save, 30% investing. Actually, I got that inverted, Nick. It's 50% investing, 30% saving. And then 10% is to tithe, because God says in all things that he give you the ability to do, which is 100%, there's no such thing as a self-made man or woman, because you are here because of the Creator. And the Creator asks in return is that you contribute 10% to the kingdom. And what do I mean by that? That does not mean that you have to go to the church and give your 10%. I actually highly disapprove of that. My 10% goes into the community directly from my hand to the person or the organization that actually needs help, which is the organization that I create or I fund. Or to people who you know who are less fortunate that you can help out. It doesn't matter as long as you give that 10%. And the best way for you to teach your children how to become stewards of money is to show them how to go out and donate their time to the Goodwill, to food banks, to after study school programs, help with tutoring, things of that nature. What we've done is we've actually, have taken homeless people on the street and basically adopted them. We drive up, we give them clothing, we give them food, and we give them a couple of dollars to help them get on with their lives. Now, if you're a type of person, you're deeply committed to your church, and your church is doing good things that you can actually audit what they're doing with your money, then go right ahead and give your contribution to the church. But for me, in my third quarter life, I stopped doing that a long time ago. Because 90% of the money, unfortunately, from my experience and expertise, that is given to those types of institutions, churches, Red Cross, such and such, United Way, most of that money goes to administrators. So you're not serving the poor. You're not serving the less fortunate. But if I take command of my own dollar and I give it to the community directly to the person I know needs help, then I see exact results immediately. So now you have 50% investing of that first dollar you earn, make, or are given as a gift, be it birthdays, holidays, etc. Teach them that with the 4 envelope, system. 50% for investing, 30% for savings. Now, savings will be that high yield money market account. Okay? High yield money market account. You can even give them some bonds, some coupon bonds. Okay? Then 10% to the kingdom. And then the 10% left, they can do whatever they want to do with it. And what you will find out is that your children will start spending their money more cautiously. They'll reluctantly spend their 10% before they spend your 100%. So if you start developing those habits in them at an early age, no less than 7 years of age, they now will be a slave to a great habit. Now, when you show them how to put that money into dividend stocks, you're now teaching them passive income. Now you put those stocks, investments into dividend stocks, or what I would also do as well is fintech, AI, electrical vehicles, battery, charge centers, solar, things that if your children are young enough, they're going to get the long-term benefit of the rule of 72. And the rule of 72 is real simple. You all know it, but this is what it means. If you take any number of interests that you're earning and you divide it into the number 72, it'll tell you how soon your money will double for you. So if you get a 7% yield, you divide that into 72, that's 10 years. So that means that your money will double every 10 years. So imagine if you had a 7-year-old and you got him or her on the program and you put just a little as $50 a month, $600 a year, a 7% return, that individual at 17, and then by the time they're 24, they're going to have about $15,000. Now, if you really did your homework and you found the right index funds and put them in, you're probably going to get your child a 12 to 14% return. And now their monies are going to double every 6 years. That's a significant leg up. And if you were wise enough to take our expertise advice in financial literacy and put that into a custodial Roth IRA, they're never going to pay taxes on that. So mind you, imagine where you would be today, albeit you are successful, if your parents knew about that, because the irony of it is the Roth IRA did not come into play until, I believe, 1987. Correct me if I'm wrong. The custodial Roth IRA did not come into play until about 2017. But if you stay ahead of the curve from a literacy standpoint, you'll be very well off. So in the first quarter of life, we're going to teach you about how credit works. Now, here's another thing that you need to know is you need to understand we're in a cashless society. So you need to show your children how to not become silent victims of the cashless society, meaning giving them cards that you go to the video game place and everything's on a card because you don't keep track of the money. So what you do is you make them physically take that money and put it into an envelope. Because, see, they have to see the money. They have to see the money, touch the money. And when they are working hard for the money, I don't give them allowances. I pay them for the work that they do. Now, you might call it an allowance, but I call it earnings. So I don't talk down to my children. I talk up to them, because guess what? The person will become what you speak them up to or you speak them down to. So as a smart, informed adult, you're going to speak up to your children and you're going to let them know that you're going to be an adult longer than you're going to be a child, an adolescent, or a teen. So if you start using the proper mindset and start programming your child to work as a smart, functional adult, they're going to be better off and their maturation process is going to speed up where they'll have common sense and financial sense at the same time. So in the summit, P.O.M Lifestyle Summit 2024, the only one that we've ever done and the only one we're ever going to do, the first thing we're going to do is talk briefly to you about the first quarter of life. We're going to show them how credit works. And we're going to teach them a real simple way to discern what is the definition between an asset and a liability. Real simple. Robert Kiyosaki says, an asset pays you income without your effort. A liability takes money away from you when you don't have the ability to earn money. Just that simple. So we're going to show you in the first quarter of life how to do a balance sheet, which determines your net worth. It takes your assets and your liabilities and tells you what your net worth is. We're also going to teach you how to read and understand an income statement. The income statement is going to teach you cash flow. Cash flow is king. And we're going to teach you passive cash flow scenarios. So once we've done that, then we're going to teach your person, young teenager, young adult. We're going to teach you how to read an annual report as it pertains to acquisition of stocks. And then most importantly, in the first quarter of life, we're going to teach you how to run your personal house like a business. So in the first quarter of life, you ought to have some staples that you are aware of that you can actually utilize success as a growing adult that goes into success in the second financial phase of life. And we're going to give you real live examples. I'm going to give you 4 that reside in my home. My 4 children who have, since the age of 7, been taught these physical attributes of financial literacy. So now that I have a young 19-year-old who's about to turn 20 in 5 days and is about to graduate from college in May. That's right, 20 years of age, graduating from college on May 10th. And you know why he's 2 years ahead of the game? Because what I'm telling you, we actually have taught him from the day he got out of the womb. We had an attentive, purposeful game plan, emphasis on plan. We plan to have him. We plan to get him on the course of financial success at an early age. We plan to figure out immediately what his God-given talent was and put him in an environment that was conducive for his success at an early age, because skill sets have nothing to do with age. So my 19-year-old who's about to graduate with honors, full scholarship, 0 debt, almost an 800 credit score, because you know what? Dad put my son as an authorized user on my 800 credit score. And immediately that kicked him up over 760. And if I'm not mistaken, he's knocking on the door to 800. He also has his own credit card that he is a great steward of. He's about to get business credit as well. You know why? Because he's about to embark upon 2 jobs that are going to pay him, if you were to spread it out over a 12-month period of time, 6 figures. That's right. He's already went out and used these principles, which I'm talking to you right now, ladies and gentlemen, and secured himself software engineer, paid internships at almost $50 an hour at 2 Fortune 500 companies, one in the banking institution and one in the financial fintech institution. So he's ahead of the game. But you guess what? It's nothing special about him. The reality is his dad had the wherewithal to read a book called The Road to Wealth by Susie Orman when I was $60,000 in debt, when I had earned myself a 525 credit score. And I vowed to myself that nobody in my lineage would ever have that challenge. So I took my child at the young age of 6 and I put him out on a platform and started talking about money. Fast forward 14 years later, and he is now a success, because in his first 19 years, about to be 20 on this planet, all he has known as a child to a teenager to a pre-adult is entrepreneurship and strong financial stewardship. So there's a saying, we only teach what we practice. And the best indication of that, ladies and gentlemen, the fruits on the tree. Now that's the 19-year-old. We have a 17-year-old who just turned 17 4 days ago. And guess what? He too is graduating from high school. He too has a scholarship, full ride to college. Emphasis, we're paying 0. And here's why we're paying 0. It's called proactive education to scholarship. The same thing with your health. See, if you're proactive in your health in your 3rd quarter life, and you have been on the planet for 5.5 decades, you take no prescription drugs. You have no hypertension, no diabetes. So guess what? Very rarely go to the doctor except for my annual checkup, my annual blood work, which we'll be doing this upcoming week to stay on schedule. So if I'm proactively investing in my health and I'm proactively investing in my child's future wealth, guess what? Is there any reason why he or she should have to pay to go to a college these days? No, because we have been putting the seeds in the ground to let them germinate to manifest into freedom scholarship-wise. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? So now my 17-year-old graduating from high school, I think he made the honor roll this semester, scholarship to a good college, no debt, has high yield savings account, has UGMA account, has custodial Roth IRA. And because dad and mom put him in a great position, also has investment into real estate and business. Because guess what? My business is his business. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? So instead of our children starting where we, began, our children start where we finish. It's a leg up. Okay? So now the children know these 4 crucial learning steps about the 4 envelopes. Investing 50%, saving 30%, tithing 10%, and the other 10% left over, discretionary income, do what you want with it. But what you'll find out, if you teach them right and they see you doing it, they will emulate and they will be very stringent and very reluctant to waste their money on foolish things. Now, don't get me wrong. They are going to squander some cash, but they also are doing this as a habit that they don't think about it. They put that money away. Now, what we also do is we actually monitor their accounts to make sure that they're getting things right, because we do get behind sometimes. We catch up, and that's what we teach them. And we also teach them the mistakes that we make as a great learning lesson. So in the summit, you come to the summit, your teen comes for free. And here's the first thing I'm going to say to you. Say, oh, my teen might get bored. Well, guess what? You're not asking their permission. See, that's the problem with parents today. I'm not your friend, son, daughter. I put a roof over your head, food in your stomach, and provide you with an education. So I'm not asking you to attend. This is going to be in your best interest. I'm telling you, you're going to attend. And what you find out is that those who steer their children in that direction, they have a hate-love relationship. Not a love-hate. It's a hate-love, because they hate you now, but they love you later. A hate-love relationship. Because guess what? How many of you would love to have a 19-year-old that for the last 2.5 years have been paying his own apartment bill, all his expenses, and very rarely asks you for money? Imagine how less of a burden you have. But it's usually the opposite way around. You are ATM to them, and it's your fault that you became an ATM. So from first quarter life, 0 to 24, we're going to teach you the basics. Teach you about credit. Teach you about investing. Teach you about saving. Teach you about tithing. Teach you about entrepreneurship, and teach you the entry level to passive income, which is first starting with dividends and then graduating to investing into real estate and businesses as an entrepreneur. So that's the first quarter life. The second quarter life, now we're going to talk about the 25 to the 49-year-old. That person is starting that first job, They're starting, cut their teeth, develop some skill sets, figuring out what industry that they can master so that they can be successful. That's usually going to take them on a track of 2 to 5 years to master some skill sets. Emphasis on skill sets. So if you are in that second quarter life, Nick, if you can put that up there for me, second quarter life, 25 to 49, you're now going to start embarking on potentially home ownership. You might get married. You start doing some traveling. And unfortunately, for 85% of you, you're going to have a lot of debt. And most of that debt, unfortunately, is going to be what kind of debt, Nick?
That debt, most likely that debt is going to be a consumer debt or a student loan debt.
There you go. In most cases, if you come from a good family, it's going to be more student loan debt than consumer debt. That is the sad reality of life. And what you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that is an institution purposely designed to debt you, to control you. See, in the Bible, it says the borrower is the slave to the lender. And under the guise of education, you have been duped to get educated, but not skill-cated. That's right. I made up a word, skill-cated. See, because we tell our children, go to school, get a good education. We don't tell them go to school and get a great skill set to take care of yourself. And that's purposely designed by the elites who created the collegiate institutions, which those institutions, ladies and gentlemen, were originally created for the blue bloods to actually marry other blue bloods. But then they realized, guess what? We can actually trap these people by giving them education and saddling them with debt that they can never get rid of. And think about that. That's the only debt in America that you cannot bankruptcy out of. And when they privatized the student loans about 25 years ago, they sealed your future. Now you're saying, DJ, I don't believe that. Well, tell you what, I've been doing this for 22 years. I work with over 45,000 people, and it never amazes me that just as recently, this January, I sat down with 2 new clients. One was 29, one was in the mid 40s. 29-year-old had about $150,000 worth of college debt and was changing careers and was only making $60,000 a year. Sharp person. 2 master degrees, if I'm not mistaken. Sat down with the 44-something-year-old. Still was on the hook at 44-something years of age for almost $70-something thousand worth of student loan debt. So how fair can that be? So instead of getting educated, get skill-cated. So in your second phase of life, you have to make sure you have great skills. And they have to be 21st century skills. Automation, technology, vocational skills. This is when you should start living the American dream and being wise about how money's worked. Now, remember that rule of 72 we talked about? There's also the rule of 72 works against you. So in the summit and in our course, Family Finance 101, we teach you in how to be a millionaire, how you can actually have money work against you. So one of the modules, we actually tell you, go home, add up all the debt that you are servicing and tell me how much interest is working against you. So in it, we actually say, the rule of 72, compound interest. Put me on the big screen there for a second, Nick. And you're saying, DJ, this is some basic stuff. But if it's so basic, why is it that 85% of people in America still have these problems? It's because they have never been taught these things purposely. So we teach you the rule of 72, but at the bottom, we tell you, hey, what money is compounding against you? Against you. So if you're paying the minimum on a credit card, which right now, credit cards, unless you have 0% interest for a short period of time, because it's an introductory rate, you're paying as high as 29% interest on credit cards. So Nick, if you had a balance of $5,000, ladies and gentlemen, and you paid the minimum payment, it would take you 20 years to pay off that $5,000. And you would have paid triple money back to the bank. That's right. You would have given them 10 grand in interest for that 5 racks. And guess what? The average bankruptcy that was filed in 2008, I'm going back to 2008 because it's important. The average bankruptcy, before they changed the bankruptcy laws and made them more tighter for the regular person to file bankruptcy, was less than $5,000. So if you had the ability to make an extra $500 a month, you could have prevented bankruptcy. And again, this is an institution. It's similar to how they have the education, public education, to the prison system. It's similar to how they have the entertainment music business, teaching you prison lifestyle to get you to the prison system. It's $1 trillion institution, ladies and gentlemen. So in your second quarter life, 25 to 45, we're going to teach you, Mr. Professional, Mr. Master Degree, Mr. Doctor, Mr. Lawyer, how the rule of 72 is working against you when you have consumer debt, student loan debt. And if you're one of those wise people who thought you had a loophole during the pandemic and you forbearanced your student loan, let me tell you a dirty little secret. The interest is still accruing on your debt. Albeit you're not making payments, your interest is multiplying against you. Nobody does anything for free as it pertains to any financial institution, as it pertains to finance and interest. Let me tell you another dirty little secret. There's a difference when it comes to financing homes. Your APR and your interest rate are two different rates. So if you don't know how these vehicles work because you're not an expert at buying houses on a regular basis, you're going to be taken advantage of. So from 25 to 49, you ought to know how credit works, how mortgages work, and most importantly, how insurance is acquired. Home, auto, and life. Now, why is that important? Because for the rest of your life, you're going to have some form of insurance. And you're going to overpay for insurance. Nick, how old were you when you met me?
I think I was 29, 28, 29, something like that.
And yeah. You have a postgraduate degree, right?
I do. Yep.
And you're a pretty super sharp guy, right?
Yeah, I like to think so.
Very well read, postgraduate degree. I do not have one. Nick's a professional. Nick met us. Nick, do you know how insurance actually worked on the premium side prior to meeting us?
Nope, not at all. Not at all. All I knew is that I needed it.
Exactly. Would you say that again, Nick? And Nick comes from a 2-parent household, very solid, very good God-fearing parents who taught him a lot of things well. But Nick, did your mother and father ever talk to you about how to buy insurance, how to buy a house, and how to invest your money the proper way?
Nope. All I knew, all they taught me was I needed to do those things, but they didn't give me the step by step or the right way to do it. All they did was they just taught me what they knew.
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? That is a common thread in the professional middle class world. Your parents tell you, hey, Nick, hey, Jane, make sure you have insurance. Make sure you pay your taxes. Unless in that second quarter life, your parent is an accountant, an insurance agent, a financial planner, a small business owner who has a lot of employees and pay taxes and have 401k plans for their employees and themselves, that conversation never is going to happen in details. The conversation you're going to have is the one that Nick says, make sure you have that stuff, son. So one of the reasons why we don't get ahead is because we don't get access to that information and we do not get educated properly on it. But why is it, if we are here to live a financially free, independent life in America, that's not one of the main curriculums that we have in our school system, beginning in elementary school, middle school, junior high, high school. They used to have at a point in time in junior high and high school, they used to have home economics. They used to have vocation, shop, law, all of that stuff. But they purposely took it out. Why? Because the institution called the banks and the government did not want you to be educated on money, albeit 98% of everything that you are impacted in your life revolves around money. So if you were able to be taught these financial education programs at an early age, I was fortunate. They had junior achievement when I was in high school. My parents knew nothing about it. It just intrigued me, so I signed up for it. It was one of the best things that I could have done. So from 25 to 49, you should have the understanding of how insurance works, mortgages works, investment vehicles work. And yes, I hear you. I got a Roth, DJ. I'm signed up to the 401k. But what I can tell you certifiably, you don't know the difference between an A, B, and C share. You really don't know how mutual funds work. You think you're an expert at index funds because somebody told you to invest in Vanguard or something of that nature. You're not astute at it. You got fortunate that a person told you about it and you may have just duplicated what they did. So in the second quarter of life, if you're on the right pathway in the first quarter, in the second quarter of life, 25, 49, about time you're 40 years of age, 45, your home should be paid off. Your car should be paid off. You should have 6 figures in the bank. But 9 out of 10 times you don't. So we're going to teach you as you're going through the second quarter of life, you're now in the phase financially called the success phase. That's now you're mastering a career. You're now making $50,000 a year, $75,000 a year, $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year. Now you get up to that upper echelon because you've been in a corporate environment for 15, 20 years and you're tapped out and you have a good position, software engineer, doctor, lawyer, professor. You may even make $150,000, $200,000 a year. But again, I just sat down about 5 months ago with a professor on the West Coast, making $175,000 a year. She had $185,000 worth of debt, still locked into student loans and credit card debt. Because here's what happens. As your economic situation improves, you tend to start using more credit irresponsibly because you really don't know how it works. So we're going to teach you in that second quarter life, as you are successful in your career, how to actually mitigate the debt, eliminate it, and now flip the script and now start to acquire hard assets. So at that phase, you ought to start setting up your insurance policies, your power of attorneys. You ought to start setting up, some type of trust. These simple things, a will. And then you get to the third quarter life, 50 to 74, you should be set, stable. Now you should be in the process of becoming, empty nesters. Your children's tuition paid off or almost. You should have $250,000, $500,000, $750,000 in certain different financial vehicles. You should have 2, 3, 4 real estate properties. You should have, solid financial planning done for you. You should now be executing on securing, taxes to be deferred for your generation behind you so that they can get an even super step up. And you should be assertively acquiring one passive income asset every year that creates at least $250 net operating income in your pocket. But if you're not, like 85% of people, the summit is going to benefit you because in 2 to 5 years, ladies and gentlemen, as long as you have your health, we can show you how to reverse the trend. You can come to us with $250,000 worth of debt, consumer, student loan. However, if you have your health in 2 to 5 years and you work the game plan, we can reverse that and get you back on the right track, which is zero. And then 2 to 5 years that we can get you back into the significant phase of your life. Meaning now you have created success. You're now going back and you're doing it for somebody else. So then we will incorporate how to buy insurance the right way. We'll teach you what's called the cost per thousand in the summit. I'm going to break down because, again, Nick, I am a licensed professional. Home, auto, and life. I used to be a licensed security professional for 10, 15 years. I do open enrollments for Fortune 500 companies. So I have the professional expertise to teach you about life, accidental, health, HMOs, property, casualty, long-term, short-term, disability insurance. I'm going to teach you how to buy those policies and debunk the people who are selling them to you just for commissions. Think about that. If I can teach you how to knock off 30% on your premium, and you can take that 30% and pour down that debt that you have, how much further ahead would you be? How long have you been knowing me now, Nick? We going on 5 years?
Yep. Since 2019. Yep.
We're going on 5 years that Nick has known us. Would it be safe to say, Nick, that you have earned, saved, or invest at least 5 figures by being in our system since you've utilized the principles and work with us?
Yeah. I would say, I would say it's safe to say that for sure.
Well, let's just put it this way. What did your car note payment used to be?
My car note payment used to be $466 a month.
All right, let's pull up a calculator real quick, Nick. Put a calculator up here and we just show them how this works. 5 years, guys. I think it'll be 5 years, September? Something like that?
Yeah,
we
August,
met September 2019 or July or something like that?
August. Yeah,
August.
August.
All right, so let me just show you an illustration, ladies and gentlemen. We helped Nick pay off his car early. We helped Nick cut his life insurance policy by almost 50%. We helped him cut his auto insurance payment by about 25, 30%. So Nick, your car payment, how much is it? $466?
Yeah, it was $466.
Let me just show you basic stuff, ladies and gentlemen. we're not talking about the 7 assets that we're going to teach you how to acquire in the summit. The first asset you need to acquire in your life is debt freedom. Consumer debt freedom. You need to know how to pay off your house in 7 years. Pay off your car in 2 to 5 years. You need to pay that credit card down, because the first interest that I can teach you how to make magically is to pay off your consumable debt. So Nick had a car payment, $466.
Mm-hmm.
That car's been paid off for what? At least 3.5 years?
Yep.
All right, so 3.5 years, ladies and gentlemen, 3 years is 36 months. Add another 6, that's 42 months. So Nick, how much did we save you on your car insurance? How much did you save on your car insurance monthly?
I think it was about, let me see. I think it was about $100. Yeah, about $100.
All right, add that to that. So listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. We helped him pay off his car early. We saved him $100 a month on his car insurance. Now, Nick, are you getting more or better or equal car insurance?
Equal.
You see that, folks? He didn't lose anything, but he gained $100 extra a month. So add that $100 to the $466. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's $566. Now, we're just going to take that, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to times that times 42. Damn. Nick, did I call you before we hopped on the show?
Nope.
Now, is it vested to say that you've taken that $23,772 and you're getting at least a 7% return on your money on it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, because Nick's plugged into our system, and I hear what you're saying. Oh, well, Nick works with you. Of course you're going to take care of Nick. I set Nick up before he was working with me. This money right here we're showing you, Nick, this money came before you even joined our team a year later.
Yeah, because I paid the car off. I remember the month. It was June of 2020 where I paid the car off. But we actually put the plan into place, like I said, August of 2019. That's when I switched over to car insurance. Well, probably in the fall, in September or October, switched over to car insurance, and the fall of 2019, and we didn't start DJ the Money Coach business online until April of 2020.
There you go. I mean, so check this out, ladies and gentlemen. So Nick's earning at least a 12% return. He got his Roth IRA fully funded.
Yeah.
He's invested in some assets with us. But let's just take this $23,772, no consumer debt, ladies and gentlemen. He's getting a 12% return. So that means in 2026, Nick's money times that times 2, Nick.
2.
That's 2026, ladies and gentlemen. Nick, 2 years from now, how old will you be?
2 years from now, I'll be 35.
35, ladies and gentlemen. So 35, he's going to have $47,000 minimum, no consumable debt, no car note. But that $47,000 is poured into hard assets. Now, it's going to double again at age 41, because it's going to double every 6 years because he's getting a 12% return. So at age 41 and 2031, hit that times 2. He's going to have 95,000. What I'm going to do is accelerate this and show you by time 55 what he's going to have. So at 41, he's going to have 95,000. Now, mind you, ladies, that doesn't have anything to do with his retirement plan he has in his profession. That's in addition to, ladies and gentlemen. And we helped him modify that too. And he's fully maxing out on that, if I'm not mistaken. So at 41, he's got 95,000. I hear, oh, that ain't a lot of money. But guess what? 85% of you got negative net worth. High credit card debt. and you're going to be in more credit card debt because when you don't have the income to offset the recession, you're going to use the credit cards like their income. So at 47, times that times 2. At 52, times that times 2. At 57, times that times 2. At 62, which is the earliest you can retire Social Security, times that times 2, Nick. Mm-hmm. At 62 years of age, ladies and gentlemen, what we helped Nick do at 28 by just bringing back $566 back into his household, showing him how to earn 12% rate of return on his money from 28 to 62, he's going to have a guaranteed $1.5 million. In addition to his retirement plan, in addition to his hard assets. So realistically, I ain't trying to put your business out here on the streets, Nick. Nick most likely is going to have $3 million in the bank at 62. But guess what? At 41, he's going to have close to $1 million. Is Nick not a very attractive, successful, significant player in the system? Now, Nick, right now at the young age of 33, he's able to fast pace his financial independence and check out and be free on his own terms. Now he can take advantage of the 7 asset classes that we're going to show you how to acquire in the summit. Now we're going to take other people's money, and because Nick's already qualified, see, here's the thing about success. They only give free stuff to successful people. And I'm pertaining to money. The amazing thing is when you arrive and have financial independence and success, now people want to give you a lot of money. So now we're going to teach Nick or you, if you're wise enough to plug into the summit, how to acquire those 7 asset classes, 7 different financial capitalization ways. So we're going to show Nick how to buy condominiums, single family homes, duplexes, triplexes, quads, apartment buildings, dividends, mobile homes, resorts, and the one I like the most, acquisition of new businesses. Nick, I was on the phone last night. One of our clients called us in Arizona, said he just got approved to do home care clinics for his group homes, which him and his beloved wife been doing over 15 years, and wants me to consult him on how to set it up and has a capital investment opportunity. Guess what? Nick's going to be qualified to talk with that person, or you may be qualified. So there are 7 asset classes right there. And again, like I said, this is one of one, the only type of summit you will ever see like this. So now we're going to show Nick, i.e. you, Careless Whisper, D Nice, people watching this program right now. We're going to show you how to do no money down deals, seller financing, use home equity lines of credit, which was the first financial vehicle I used to borrow 50 grand off of my condo that I lived in at the time, that I still own today, that I get almost $1,800 a month for, own it outright, and parlayed that $50,000 into a 7-figure opportunity that paid 6 figures in passive income in the single family arena back in 2006. We're going to show you how to do private investments, how we raise close to, 8 solid figures on building the resort in Zanzibar, the townhouses in Zanzibar, luxury apartment buildings in Memphis, Tennessee. We're going to show you how to do business credit and start from 0 to get up to 100,000 in 6 to 12 months. And get from 100,000 to $500,000 in 12 to 18 months. Interest-free, potentially up to 18 months. We're going to show you how to do private REITs, show you how to sit down and do the traditional cash out refi. And one of my favorites, substitution of collateral. And then we're going to put you in the room with the experts like myself and help you run the strategies. How much more can you ask for? That's the power of the P.O.M Lifestyle Virtual Tour 2024. Don't you deserve to have plenty of money and peace of mind, be consumer debt free like Nick, like me, have 6-figure passive income, 7-figure net worth if you're willing to do the work for 2 to 5 years? Wouldn't you want to be sitting in your third quarter life and actually having your children and your children's children being already financially independent at the young age of 21? I'll show you how that works. We're going to actually show you. Just saw this YouTube video the other day. 21-year-old gentleman running a $5 million landscaping business. Guess what? He was born on third base unapologetically because his dad was a developer and created high-end development master communities, and he taught his son the landscaping business at the age of 7. And by the age of 21, his son is doing commercial landscaping for master communities, $5 million. And he's nobody special. That can be you. Guess what? That's my son. That's my daughter's. Why is it not you? Because you're not willing to invest in yourself. So these are some of the things we're going to teach you. We're going to get ready to take a quick break because I've been talking a lot. And when I get on the topic, it's hard for me to get off of it because that's how important it is for you to be consumer debt free. Have an 800 credit score that's not just there for the trophy, but actually utilizing the 800 credit score to get business credit, to get yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars of credit lines, interest free, so you can parlay that 800 credit score into wealth. As of today, I have an 821 credit score, but what I'm most proud of is that 821 credit score has enabled me over the last 12 months to get over 6 figures in lines of credit, interest free, for 12 months, which has enabled me to flip 5 luxury townhomes from 0 into a 7-figure development that's going to make us 6 figures in passive income. I'm going to show you how to do that here in America. And I'll even show you how to do it in Zanzibar. I'll show you how to do it in Jamaica and Mexico. These are universal principles of success, ladies and gentlemen. Since I mastered it in America, I was able to go master it in Africa. This is one thing that is true when your parents tell you about get an education. Once you got an education, what do your parents tell you can never happen, Nick?
Amen. Nobody can take that away from you.
Boom! That's the only thing that they actually were right about, but they had to be right about the right education. So our education is entrepreneurship, financial independence, and freedom. And once you know how to do those with the proper mentorship, the proper apprenticeship, and the emulation of the principles of success, you can lose a little bit, but as long as you have been in that program, you will never be broke. So we're going to teach you on the business side, Cafe Rule 125, that actually shows you how to take 125 different cafeteria write-offs in small businesses and make them line by line tax write-offs. We're going to teach you on the real estate investment side, the tax code, I think it's 778. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'll make sure. But that's how to take depreciation on single family homes. Then I'm going to show you the tax code that allows you to get tax depreciation on commercial real estate. Then we're going to show you one of our favorites, the 1031 exchange. That's how I can take one asset that I bought for $100,000. It's now valued at $500,000. I don't want to pay capital gains. I can 1031 it, take the proceeds, acquire another property, and get it tax-free. Then, last but not least, I'm going to show you the 8 entities that the IRS acknowledges and when's the proper place and time to utilize them. We're going to do all of that in the summit on our 4th year anniversary, April 20, 2024. That's a Saturday from 12 to 4. And if you are wise enough right now, as you're watching this demonstration of all this amazing, free financial expertise with systems, laws, strategies that actually work, that I've worked, here's the tip, and we're going to go to the break, Nick, so get it queued up. Each one of those 7 assets I own right now. And as a bonus in the summit, we're actually going to have assets to actually acquire in the summit. As a bonus, we're going to actually have financial vehicles for you to acquire those assets in the summit. Here's the asterisk. You have to be qualified. Good attitude. Learnable, teachable, duplicatable. And as a bonus in the summit, we're going to give 4 people the chance to come to Zanzibar on a special trip with us for as little as 3 installments of $4.99. So, Nick, with that said, we're watching Family Finance Friday, March Madness to Wealth, baby. The games are on. There's a strategy. Here's the great thing about March Madness. It's in the 4th month when they go to the championship game. It's in April, baby. And if you are a seed, it only takes 4 games to win the championship. Y'all see that? 4 is a magic, 7 is a magic. So we're going to show you the 7 spheres of money system. We're going to show you the 4 ways to get things done. And the question is, will you be wise enough to invest for your family wealth? So we'll be right back at this word from our sponsors, which happens to be us. And we'll come with a conclusion and we'll let you go on this beautiful Friday. Stay tuned.
Some of the best things that I like about Zanzibar was being on the land, seeing the emerald water.
Got to see the island, connect with the people, do exclusive luxury experiences that you'll only get on the island of Zanzibar.
The beach, fresh food, the people. I mean, I could write a short book about what I experienced here.
Eating the best fruit, vegetables, seafood.
Met some amazing people. We had an amazing time.
I like the tours that we went on, the Spice Island and Paradise Island.
The snorkeling. That was an exclusive experience. Huge sandbar. That was set up like our private dining area. The sand is soft and water warm.
Unadulterated, pure, simple, Zanzibar.
So the opportunity in Zanzibar is very, 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 very clear. There is nothing but economical growth and development happening right now.
Zanzibar, just because it's an up and coming area.
You're here and you see the opportunity.
And then you come on the African side, you get to see even a different type of togetherness.
Being able to ask questions, and DJ was just like, hey, ask me anything.
Plenty of money and peace of mind. Zanzibar all day.
So welcome back. You're watching Family Finance Friday, March Madness to Wealth 2024, baby. That's right. March Madness, greatest tournament on the planet in America, because on the first week of April, they tip it up for the championship for college basketball, men's and women. As a matter of fact, the women's tournament is more exciting. So get excited. But you should get excited about your March Madness being financially independent. Where's your March Madness game plan? Where are your 4 victories to get you consumer debt free? 800 credit score, you can translate that into $100,000 to business lines of credit, interest free for 12 months. Pay off your house in 7 to 10 years. And acquire one hard asset every year that will put you in the 6-figure passive income club in 2 to 5 years. You know where your ticket is? It's right here. So remember, there's 3 questions you should ask me. What's question number 1 you should ask anybody you engage with, Nick? Talk to them.
First question that you should ask before engaging anyone is, do you have equity and ownership in what you're showing me, what you're marketing to me? That's the first question.
There you go. Now, they ask the question, we show them. So check it out. So back then, last single family home I bought, 2020, in my corporation, $11,000. Put about another 12 and a half into it, $25,000, Nick. That property today makes me $850 a month. It actually makes me $1,000 a month, Nick. I'm making no less than $12,000 a year on that property that I acquired in June of 2020. So there's a single family home. You saw the video. If you're watching this in a replay, rewind it back. We just built a $25 million luxury residential resort in Zanzibar on beautiful Page Beach. And we owe no debt on it, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to pay us 6 figures a month in passive income beginning. Soon as May rolls around, we have it all filled up. Boom. Off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. I've shown you townhouses we acquired in July of 2023. Our townhouse that we got the video to show you the most recent one of it, which will be next. Just appraised over $240,000. We have less than 6 figures in that house. And this house that we're going to show you is already rented out for the next 3 months to an ambassador at $2,500 a month. Need I say any more? So there's the equity and ownership right there. So what we're going to do in the summit, I'm going to teach you the 3 steps to success. I'm going to teach you how to start a business with business credit, buy real estate, leverage the tax laws. And just to show you how long I've been doing this, what's the date on that, Nick? It goes back to what year?
2008.
16 years. We've been showing professionals how to transition from professional income into entrepreneur income by helping them create businesses through 8 different entity structures, showing them how to take the top dollar from each one of those businesses and acquire 1 real estate property per year that can generate them at least $800 to $1,000 a month. So that's the first question. What's the second question you should ask me on March Madness to Wealth 2024 so that you can make sure you're making the right investment to check out the summit?
Well, the second question is, how can I, the person that's watching this and the person that's engaging with you, how can I get access and execute to achieve my dream?
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? So it's not about DJ the Money Coach. It's about you. It's about you, Careless Whisper. It's about you, D Nice. It's about you, Tara. It's about you, Brandon. It's about you, Chris. It's about you, Isaiah. It's about you, Tajir. It's about you, Chemo. Welcome aboard, Chemo. That's our most recent member and investor in one of our awesome projects. So how do we do that? We basically bring you inside the summit. We access you to our 7 Spheres of Money team. I give you access directly to my professional network. And my professional network will teach you accounting, insurance, banking, financial planning, real estate, estate planning, and legal. And each one of these people, like myself, are licensed professionals who have six-figure incomes, seven-figure net worths, and some of them make seven figures a year. So I will give you access to them. We will put a plan together for you, like we did for Nick, like we've done for thousands of people, and that will give you immediate access. Has that worked well for you, Nick?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
There you go. So with that said, we answered question number one. Show me the equity and ownership you have in the assets, the system that you're trying to market or sell to me, DJ. Check. Show me how I can access your network to execute my dream, DJ. Check. We showing you that. So what's the $64,000 question, Nick, that they all should ask after that?
Well, if we checked off yes to the first two questions, then the only thing left to ask is, how do I sign up?
Well, you know what, Nick? I think we have a promo link that we can show them. So since we run the show and that was not the next thing to show, let's show them how to do that. I think Nick is frozen on us. So I see Nick frozen. So we have, Nick's back. So Nick, they say, how do I enroll? Pull up the Summit 2024 and let's show them how to enroll. And here's the thing. The first 4 people that enroll, it's a capped class, limited. We're only having 40 people in this virtual summit for a reason. To keep it intimate, show you how to get things done, build the right relationships, and execute right away for serious people. This is only for serious people. Roll video, Nick. 2024, and the truth be told, the P.O.M Lifestyle Virtual Summit is the only one of its kind. We're going to give you 7 assets to acquire in the summit. That's right, from condos, single-family homes, duplexes, apartment buildings, resorts, acquiring other deal flow of acquisition of companies. And most importantly, we're going to show you how to finance it 7 different ways, from seller financing, home equity lines of credit, traditional cash out refis, substitution of collateral, and private investors in the summit. And last but not least, money follows management. We're going to give you our 7 spheres of money business team, all licensed professionals with 10 plus years, 6-figure passive income, 7-figure net worths. What are you waiting for? The P.O.M lifestyle movement can't be stopped. Hit the link. Join me in the only summit of its kind. I'll see you on the flip side. So we're going to scroll down. All you have to do, the link is in the description. You hit the registration. Just click on that registration button if we can, just to show them how easy it is to do. You hit that. You put your information in real quickly. You get registered. Boom. You're one of the first 4. You get amazing bonus. And remember, anybody that has a teenager, have him or her attend this with you, because guess what? You know how my 19-year-old got to where he is? Debt-free, 6-figure software gig, over 5 figures in investments already at the young age of 19, because as he turned 6 years of age, dad and mom put him into the financial education system that is the one and best of its kind, the 7 spheres of money. Dad took him to every conference, every expo, every speaking engagement. Are y'all getting my drift? So dad wasn't running his mouth. Dad was taking them to the venues, because your children are going to do what you do 98% of the time versus what you say. So we can click out the Xbox. Let's just scroll down like you were beginning to do, Nick, and just show them how much value you're going to get. The only way to win with this is equity and ownership. If you're spending your money, your time, and you don't own equity and ownership, and you are in an adult frame of life, the second quarter, third quarter, I hate to tell you, you're on the wrong pathway, baby. Scroll on down, Nick. you're going to get the ABCs of Wealth book, which I wrote back in 2008. We reproduced it in 2020, modified it to tell you actual case studies of how we work with people like you, from churches to schools to colleges to small businesses to Chase Bank. You're going to get our world famous Family Finance 101 digital course. It's 3 hours, 18 modules that the banks, the credit unions, the YMCAs use this program religiously. Thousands of people have benefit from this. You're going to get a world-class consultation with me. And I'm actually going to give you a world-class consultation with another high-yield professional, maybe Financially Free D, maybe our mortgage banker, maybe Kadera, our systems person, whichever one that you need the best, our financial planner, Melvin Hobson. These are tools that you can't scoff at. You probably have gone on a spring break trip. You've invested more in that spring break trip that you invest in this. Scroll down, Nick. The mission is clear. We want to give you a transformative event to celebrate 4 years online, to actually show you how to gain consumer debt freedom, build the 800 credit score, take that 800 credit score, translate that into business credit, take that business credit, translate that into starting acquisitions of real estate, starting cash flow deals, paying off your home in 7 to 10 years, being totally consumer debt free, accumulate passive income that in 2 to 5 years can have you earning 6 figures in passive income with a 7-figure net worth. And I give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count, how we can get you March Madness to wealth and win championships, baby, because we've done it multiple times. Get to know us. Scroll down. Get your consultation. And all you have to do is hit that link and grab your ticket now. 7 asset classes, 7 ways to acquire those asset classes, and most importantly, 7 team professional certified licensed professionals to help you execute your dream via our access to our system. So we're going to give you the 4 pillars of wealth building. Scroll down, Nick. Starting a business, credit mastery, real estate acquisition, and rapid wealth generation. So you can take that down, Nick. Let's go to our next spot, and then we're going to come back and wrap it up so I can watch the first weekend of March Madness. But the most important March Madness, ladies and gentlemen, is your March Madness to Wealth 2024. Where should you be on April 20th, 2024, Saturday, 12 to 4? Matter of fact, don't meet me there, beat me there, and you too can live the pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money and peace of mind, and you can come join us on the Beaches of the World Club, and we'll be right back after this last word from us. It's official. We're in business, guys.
All right.
Here's what we do it at, baby. Cooperative economics. What's happening, everybody? This is DJ the Money Coach coming to you live January 17th, 2024 in
history has already been recorded. That's right. We just opened up a 220-unit luxury residential resort in Zanzibar. We also are completing 4 luxury townhouses in Zanzibar. And we're also going to open up the P.O.M Lifestyle Resort in Zanzibar. It's Africans for Africans, supported by Black Americans unapologetically. So what time is it? The P.O.M Lifestyle Movement can't be stopped. Hit the link. Join us on the Beaches World in Zanzibar. Home is ours. Peace.
Working with DJ and his team has been amazing. The masterclass that Chase sponsored, that he hosted with his team, gave out so many jewels and gems. I was taking a lot of notes, and I just encourage you that if you want to get to that next level and be a better version of yourself, that you work with DJ and his team.
As an entrepreneur who owns her own shop and services that she provides towards also working in a company outside of my own as another stream of income, DJ not only fortifies me with knowledge as to how to save through the 7 spheres of money, his book ABCs of Wealth, I'm able to utilize those informations to properly navigate how money moves in my financial landscape. I will highly recommend anyone who is looking to become more financially adept, to know more about your financial space when it comes to money. Even if you don't have that much, that's actually when you probably need it the most, because now I'll speak for myself. Now I know what to do when the money starts to roll in, and no longer will I be confused as to what my goals are in the next year, 3 years, in 5 years and beyond, because I know my bottom line. I know what I'm passionate about. I know what drives me. I know what makes me the most money. So do I recommend DJ the Money Coach? Yes, 1000% yes.
I'm so excited to be working with DJ the Money Coach and his team. A few weeks ago, I had my initial consultation and was blown away by the amount of information that I received, including really a comprehensive plan of A to Z, where I'm going from here and in my future. And from that plan and from that very detailed conversation that I had, I knew I was in the right place and that I was going to join DJ and his team. So now that I'm an all-star, I'm really looking forward to getting my financial plan and just really getting a great fresh start for the rest of my career and my business as well. So I just thank you so much, and I just tell anybody, what are you waiting for? Get started now. You won't be disappointed. 100% recommend.
Hey, DJ the Money Coach, I want to thank you for that wonderful consultation. It gave me clarity. I understand, and thank you for taking the time out and wanting to teach and show and give the people something for their money. Thank you so much.
DJ, the Money Coach team, they're very knowledgeable. They know exactly what they're talking about. They can get you from point A to point Z, as long as you follow the plan and do as you're told. So nobody's stopping you, nobody's holding you back with you. So if you want peace of mind and plenty of money, then get with DJ and the Money Coach team.
All right, welcome back. You're watching Family Finance Friday. It is March Madness, baby. But we're excited about March Madness to Wealth 2024. Where we're going to be? We're going to be in the first and only, never going to happen again, the P.O.M Lifestyle Virtual Summit, April 20th, 24, Saturday, 12 to 4 p.m. And it's going to be a packed house. What are we going to get? We're going to recap. We're going to teach you how to acquire 7 asset classes, which I own and operate today, have owned these assets as long as 2004. We're going to teach you how to acquire those assets with 7 to 8 financial vehicles, from the no money down, seller financing, home equity lines of credit, private investors, business credit, private REITs, the traditional cash out refi, and one of my favorites, substitution of collateral. And then we're going to answer your question, how do I have access to execute my dream? We're going to give you our system, our experts to work your dream through our network, the 7 Spheres of Money system. We're going to give you the CPAs, the mortgage bankers, the financial planners, the real estate developers, the attorneys, all of those great professionals who are all licensed, certified professionals, proven, who are making 6 figures, some of them 7, and have 7-figure net worths, debt-free. We're going to teach you the 4 phases of life. Quarter 1, 0 to 24. What are the fundamental blocks, building blocks for financial success you are to be partaking in, learning day by day, like my 19-year-old son, debt-free, almost an 800 credit score, 5+ figures in investments, no college debt, starting a 6-figure job once he turns 20 in the next 5 days. How great could it be? He's not only one, many more. We're going to show you what you should be doing in the second quarter of your life, from age 25 to 49. Primarily, you're getting ownership, probably getting married, probably working in a serious career, how to buy the proper insurance by cost per thousand, home, auto, life, short-term, long-term, disability. How can we teach you that? Because I am the licensed professional in that sector. Over 15 years, home, auto, life, casualty, and property. Owned a successful financial planning practice for over 15 years. Third quarter life, that is age 49. I get them wrong sometimes. Yeah, see, I'm having a senior moment. So 0 to 24, 25 to 49, 50 to 74. That stage of life, you ought to be on the pathway to thinking about transference of wealth, estate planning, trust, wills, business strategies, leg up, being in a philanthropic aspect of your life. The fourth quarter of life, 75 to heaven, that's you're just living the golden years and enjoying anything you want to do. Hopefully with your grandchildren, galloping around the world, going back and donating your time in a school, a church, a charity, being a mentor to some young family or elder. This point, we're going to teach you how to do transformational wealth transference, wealth tax-free through estate planning. And we're going to do all of this in 4 compact, fast, fun-filled hours on April 20, 2024, the exact 4-year anniversary of us being online as DJ the Money Coach. And you too will get that chip, baby. You too will get that ring that actually means something. That ring of financial freedom, the P.O.M lifestyle. So we really have enjoyed you coming out on this Friday. March Madness is a great tournament, but the best tournament in life is financial freedom and the P.O.M lifestyle movement. That's plenty of money and peace of mind. So come join us on the beaches of the World Club in the P.O.M lifestyle virtual tour on April 20, 24, Saturday, 12 to 4. Don't meet us there, beat us there, and we'll show you the assets, the equity, and the ownership that we have. We'll show you how to access and execute your dream in our network system, and we'll give you the team to implement your dreams. What more could you ask for? I know what you can do. DJ, how do I enroll? Nick, pull that up real quickly. Let's show them what that link looks like, and they can tap into it. And then we're going to close out, and we're going to show them the last rendition of the beautiful townhouse that just got leased in our most recent acquisition. It's just that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Run that video one time, see how you click on it. Real easy to access. Listen to what we have to say.
It's 2024, and the truth be told, the P.O.M Lifestyle Virtual Summit is the only one of its kind. We're going to give you 7 assets to acquire in the summit. That's right, from condos, single-family homes, duplexes, apartment buildings, resorts, acquiring other deal flow of acquisition of companies. And most importantly, we're going to show you how to finance it 7 different ways, from seller financing, home equity lines of credit, traditional cash out refis, substitution of collateral, and private investors in the summit. And last but not least, money follows management. We're going to give you our 7 spheres of money business team, all licensed professionals with 10 plus years, 6-figure passive income, 7-figure net worths. What are you waiting for? The P.O.M lifestyle movement can't be stopped. Hit the link. Join me in the only summit of its kind. I'll see you on the flip side.
Just that simple, guys. And guess what? They say, show me the money, show me the asset that you have equity and ownership, and I will show you the money. And the P.O.M lifestyle is nothing but yours to be had. So our future is so bright, we got to wear shades, baby. So I'm DJ the Money Coach. You're watching Family Finance Friday, March Madness to Wealth with yours truly, Nick Westbrooks. And if you need to get in touch with us, it's real easy to find us. Email us at nick@djthemoneycoach, or you can call us on our 800 number, 866-395-3042, or you can get at us at djthemoneycoach.com. We're easy to find. The question is, do you want to be freed from your financial slavery into the land of the free? Because the P.O.M lifestyle movement can't be stopped. Only person can stop it is you, and you not having the dream still inside of you. I'm DJ the Money Coach. We'll see you on the flip side.
Official. We're in business, guys.
All right.
Here's where we do it at, baby. Cooperative economics. What's happening, everybody? This is DJ the Money Coach coming to you live January 17th, 2024. And history has already been recorded. That's right. We just opened up a 220-unit luxury residential resort in Zanzibar. We also are completing 4 luxury townhouses in Zanzibar. And we're also going to open up the P.O.M Lifestyle Resort in Zanzibar. It's Africans for Africans, supported by Black Americans unapologetically. So what time is it?
The P.O.M lifestyle movement can't be stopped.
Hit the link. Join us on the Beaches World in Zanzibar. Home is ours. Peace.